Yo, what is up, YouTube? This is SS99 here doing another real-life deck profile. This time I'll be doing my competitive Blackwing deck. I know people think that it's, not relevant, but they are. Trust me, I've topped every time I went to my locals, and they ran pretty good decks. So let's go ahead and get to the profile, because I know some of you in a hurry. We'll start with our threes first. I like to run 3 Shura. Shura is just your searcher whenever you destroy a monster. Too good not to run. 3 Bora. You control Blackwing, you special summon him, plus he's a piercing battle damage. In a discussion. Kalut, this is the guy that makes people fear Blackwings. It's really good. It's like a Blackwing Honest, only against 1400 attack. Now for your 2s, 2 Sirocco. 3 is 2 dead. You only really need 2, honestly, because he can only be normal summoned without tributes if you don't control a monster and your opponent does. And plus he also allows you to, for your Blackwings, to get more attack points, which is really awesome. 2 Blizzard. 3 is also dead because you don't want to draw him on the first turn. When you summon him, you get another Blackwing from the graveyard. That's level 4 or lower, which is really cool. And he's a level 2 tuner as well, so it's an instant synchro summon. 1 Gale, because we are only allowed 1 Gale. Zephyros, because you are only allowed to activate his effect once per duel. Vayu, you only want to run 1 because, well, he's not too good at more than 1, let's just put it that way. He's basically like your little synchro summon in your graveyard, or if you summon him with Shura, his effect will be negated and you can synchro summon with him on the field, which is really cool. And of course the 1 Breeze. A lot of people don't like Breeze, but I love her. If you summon Blizzard, who is currently the Blackwing with less attacks with the exception of Vayu, which you really don't want to draw into Vayu, she's just like another card to search, and plus you can special summon her if you search with Black Whirlwind or something. And if you summon her with Shura's effect, her effect's negated, which is really cool. That means you can summon her with, synchro summon anything, not just Blackwing synchros. And of course, the only non-Blackwing you don't want to run is Dark Armed Dragon, because you run dark monsters, you kind of have to run them. And now on to the spells. The most important spell of the deck, Black Whirlwind. Whenever you normal summon a Blackwing, you get another one into your hand that has less attack, which is really cool. I'll explain some strategies here after I go through the profile real quick. You only want to run 2 pots of dualities. 3 is 2 dead. And plus I just needed some extra space for some trap cards, so you only really need 2. And your staples, which are triple MST, you kind of have to run 3. 1 Book of Moon and 1 Dark Hole. Kind of your staples. Now to the traps. The ones that you want to run in a Blackwing deck, of course, is Delta Crow. This is a really, 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 really good card. If you run into decks like Geargos that run a lot of trap cards, this card will shut them down. I've actually bumped into a situation where I played a Geargo deck and I ticked off my friend when I activated this during his end phase. He could do nothing. Pretty much won the game after that. Triple Icarus attack. You do special summon a lot in this deck, and you're going to have a lot of weak wing beasts, so this is a really good card to run. In my Harpy deck profile, which if you have watched that, I said it wasn't a good idea to run on Harpies because, well, Harpies are not as fast at summoning as Blackwings are, in my opinion. Granted, they summon more, but Blackwings just get it right on the spot. And your staples, which are Torrential Tribute, Solemn Warning, Bottomless Trap Hole, Mirror Force, Compulse, and Triple Phoenix Chain. Those I don't really need to explain. And now on to the extra deck. We'll start with the Synchros, well, the Blackwing Synchros. I run 2 Armed Wings. He's just a way to get around really high defensive walls. For example, if I don't know, Destiny Hero Defender, if there's a deck that does run that, he gains 500 attack points, put him at 28, plus he does piercing battle damage like Bora, which is awesome. Next, you want to run 2 Armor Master. I don't know which one people like to run 1. I like to run 2 of each because you do want to do a lot of synchro summon in this deck. But Blackwing Armor Master is just way too good. He can't be destroyed by battle, and if there's a monster on your opponent's side of the field that has too high of attack or defense, you can attack it, put a wedge counter on it, remove it next turn, and destroy it, because its attack and defense will become 0. And for the other synchros, I run Allied Justice Canister because it's just too good. I do run TG Hyper Librarian simply because, you do a lot of synchro summoning in this deck, and it just allows you to draw consistently. Gaia, because he's a 2600 beat stick that can help you get around stuff like Stardust Dragon, which is really good. And for your staple synchros, I run Black Rose Dragon, Scrap Dragon, Stardust Dragon, and Crimson Blader. Don't really need to talk about those. And for the Xyz, I run only four Xyz in this deck. You don't want to run too many. But Cowboy, this is a perfect card because he's just a perfect way to finish off your opponent. Master Key Beetle because you can protect your Black Whirlwind from getting destroyed. Ice Beast Zerafine because you run Winged Beast and he's really, really, really good. Negates all the effects on your opponent's side of the field, and he gains 300 attack for each face-up card on the field, excluding him. And, of course, Silent Honor Arc, because, it's just an easy way to get around Stardust Dragon and whatnot. He's just too good not to run. I don't run Maestroke, even though that's staple, because Maestroke just makes things a little too slow for me. Silent Honor Arc's just a better version of Maestroke. Onto the extra deck. I do run Thunder King Ryo. I know it kind of hurts Blackwings with Black Whirlwind, but you don't always get Black Whirlwind for one thing, and plus it helps shut other decks down too, so it's really good. Max C, because, today a lot of people do a lot of special summoning, you kind of have to run that in your side deck. Xyz Encore, because Synchros are not as heavy this format as they were the previous format, and, well, and they're not going to be the next format either. But, this just helps get around a lot of things. Imperial Iron Wall. This is mainly for, stuff like Heretic Rulers and Boojins and whatnot. And the only thing this will really shut down is Dark Arm Dragon's effect or Value's effect. But that's why you side them out that way. It doesn't, they don't get in the way while this is on the field. 2 DNA surgeries. This pretty much shuts down decks like, it kind of slows down Fire Kings a little bit because they don't gain the benefits from Tinky and whatnot. But it also helps shut down it hurts Dark Worlds a little bit, I guess, but it also helps against Geargas. That way they can't go into Gear Giga X, which is really good. 2 goes in match because you run nothing but Dark in this deck, unless you side in Thunder King Ryo, but that's beside the point. This card is really, really good. What have I used this against? I can't remember what I used this against. I know, but I have used it before, and it helped me a lot. Dragon Rulers. It'll help you against Dragon Rulers. Rivalry, the Warlords, because you run... The majority of your deck is pretty much Winged Beast, and like I said, you can side out Dark Arm Dragon. Max C is a hand trap, and Thunder King Ryo, odds are you're not going to need him if you are wanting to put this in your side. It's a really good card, too good not to run. And Light Imprisoning Mirror, just for Constellars and Boojins. I still have not beat Constellars with my Blackwing deck, and I don't know why, but now I'm ready for them. These cards really do come in handy. And that's pretty much the deck. I guess I'll try to go over a few combos with you guys before we put this video to a close. Just for those who don't know. Well, for one thing, like I mentioned earlier in the video, you have Shura, you destroy a monster, you can either special summon Vayu or Breeze, and their effect will be negated. So you can summon him on the field, or synchro summon with him on the field as a synchro material, and you can use her for something else that's not a Blackwing synchro monster if you use Shura's effect, which is really, really cool. So you have Black Whirlwind on the field. Of course, this is pretty much obvious. You summon Shura. You get either Bora. There's 2 options. You can get Bora, Special Bora, Instant XE Summon, or grab Gale, Special Gale, activate Gale's effect, and Synchro Summon. Or here's my favorite one. My personal favorite is grab Kalute. The reason why I grab Kalute is because this, like I said, this is the reason why people are scared of attacking you. If you grab Kalute in your hand, I've had many players who were like, oh gosh, he's got Kalute in his hand. I better not attack him. And the only way they can really get rid of Kalute is if they have, what's that card called? Debunk. People have used debunk against me, and it's really, really, really annoying. But Colute is just a way to scare off your opponent, which is incredibly awesome. And let's see what else. Of course, I'm pretty sure maybe you guys know this, but say you got like a bunch of Blackwings, and you got Gale, and you got Bora, and I don't know. Let's say Zephyros. Yeah, that'll do. I had a guy who ran Harpies against me, and he had a big guy and a Harpies Pet Phantasmal Dragon. He's going to finish me off next turn with Pet Phantasmal Dragon. All I had to do was activate Gale's effect to slice his big guy's attack in half. Activate Siroko's effect, and I just choose any Blackwing. It doesn't matter because they'll have the same attack point either way. Just use his effect. All the Blackwings get that much attack points. I attacked his freaking big guy, and I discarded like 2 Colutes, so he gained another 28, and that was pretty much a game. That's another combo. I know I talk about combos a lot, but they're pretty awesome, and I'll be finished after this one. You summon Blizzard, and you're allowed to special summon Gale. You can still activate Gale's effect to cut your opponent's attack points in half, or you can get Colute, and if you have like a compulsory evacuation device, put Colute back in your hand. I know that I don't usually do that a lot, but I think I've done it like once, just so I can scare my opponent, and it was really good. But yeah, that's pretty much the deck, guys, and I know I probably rambled, but thank you for watching, and I hope you guys keep in mind that Blackwings are still kind of sort of a big deal. I mean, I've topped every time. So yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.